Hi everyone, thanks for watching today's video. I'm so excited to do this video because just this morning in the mail I got the new NATASHA DENONA mini retro palette. She's so pretty. Look at that packaging, it's so reflective. I wasn't even planning on filming today, but I really just wanted to do a really simple base makeup and just show you some swatches and a first impression and do a really fun eye look with this palette. I think it's so perfect for spring and it's just really different. That's why I had no hesitation even purchasing it as soon as it came out on Sephora, because it's just so unique to my collection and I could not pass this up. I mean, look at it. So pretty. The packaging is so stunning. It's like a baby pink color, and then these are the shades inside. I think it's so pretty. It's so perfect for spring. It has such fun colors in it. I love it. I'm so excited to put this on my eye. It's so different. Those grays combined with the pink is just a really fun color combination, and I'm excited to see what I can come up with. So if you're interested in seeing swatches and an eye look on this palette, just keep on watching. Okay, so once again, here's the palette. So this is what it looks like. The box is like a reflective chrome pink color, super pretty. These are the 5 shades inside. This is what the back looks like. It has the names of the shades on here, and then when you open it up, once again, these are the 5 shades. They're so beautiful. They're so perfect for this time of year. I'm really excited to use this palette. Okay, so I'm actually going to be doing 2 eye looks. So I'm going to do more of a rosy tone look on one eye and then more of a greenish gray look on the other eye, because I think that's really going to showcase the capabilities of this palette the best, instead of trying to combine all 5 shades on my eyelid and then you don't even get to see the full effect of it. So first I'm going to start off with my right eye, and I'm going to be doing more of the rosy tone look for this one, and I am going to be looking down because I have a mirror down here, but hopefully you'll still be able to see my eyelid and what I'm doing. So I'm going to take this first shade right here. It's a mid-tone muted rose color. I believe it's called, Vintage Taupe. So it's a matte rose. I think they described it as an antique rose shade. So I'm going to take this on a fluffy Morphe brush, and I'm just going to buff it all in my crease. I was actually really curious to see how this was going to look on a medium skin tone, because I did see a lot of swatches, but they were all on fairer skin tone, and the color turned out really pretty on there, but I was wondering to see how the pigmentation would be on a more medium skin tone. So the shade seems to be building up pretty well. I will say though that it is fairly light, so I don't know if anyone much deeper than me, how much this shade is actually going to show up on your eyelid, because this is my 4th time going in and putting color on my lid, so it does build up pretty nicely. You could definitely see it way more than you could see it on the first time I put it on my eyelid, but it is taking quite a bit of building, so I'm not sure how it would show up on someone a lot deeper than me. Okay, so since I'm only doing more of a rosy look on this eye, I just want to keep seeing how much that pink shade can actually build and deepen up if you want to have variety in your look, only using one shade. I'm going to go in with a more dense packing brush, take that same shade and try to build it up in my outer V. Okay, so that is honestly the most that I could get it to build up in my outer V. So as you can see, the shade is pretty light. So I would say that if you're deeper than me, I honestly don't know how much this Vintage Taupe shade is going to show up on your eyelid, because that took a lot of building, honestly, and it only got to that intensity, which is okay because I just want to show you all the colors today and how they perform. And there is a deeper shade in this palette, so there is a deeper matte. So if you were trying to do, using all 5 shades on your lid, you could definitely build up the intensity. I wanted to do 2 separate eye looks today just to show you how the different colors compare to each other, but yeah, that is probably the deepest that I can get on my skin tone. I honestly wish they made this shade a little bit deeper just to cater to more skin tones, because if you are trying to go for a rosy look and you don't want to necessarily tap into these green gray shades, there's no dimension for you. It just stays pretty light. That's okay. So now I'm gonna take this first shimmer shade. It's called Galaxia, but it has a bunch of blue and green shimmers in it. You can't see it on camera probably that well, but it's pretty multi-dimensional. So usually how I apply shimmer shades is just with my fingers. I feel that's how it works best. Ooh, they feel creamy. Oh my god, this shade is stunning. Look at that. You can definitely see the reflect in it. It comes off as just a baby pink color, but there's so much dimension in it. That shade is insane. I'm so in love with that shade. Okay, so lastly, for the inner corner of this eye, I'm just gonna take that last shimmer shade at the end. It's this baby pink shade, and it's called Pixie. So it's like this. It's a light pink shade, and it has a champagne flip to it. And I'm just gonna wet my brush. I just have a packing brush like this. I'm gonna wet it with some MAC Fix Plus and put it in my inner corner just to see how much shine we can get out of it. Just gonna pick up the shade Pixie. picked up pretty well on the brush. And I'm just going to put it in my inner corner. Okay, so actually that didn't really go well with the wet, damp brush. It kind of moved around like that Galaxia shade. Like you can see on my lid, it kind of separated a little. So I'm going to try to fix this really fast. I'm just going to put Galaxia again on my lid, like the part that it moved, and then just go in with my pinky and just like put the shade in the inner corner because I don't really know what just happened, but that was really weird. So it's definitely there. I'm just like not super impressed with this shade. Like I think definitely compared to like Galaxia, and I even feel like this metallic green shade is about to be really intense. So this one is like kind of lackluster, which kind of sucks, honestly. So that is the first eye. It's just a really simple like light pink look. I think it's really neutral though, so like if you wanted to like wear this palette to like work every day, but you don't want to wear like the green and the gray all over your lid, this is really simple and it's really pretty and it catches the light really nice. Okay, so that's eye look number 1 complete, and now I'm going to move on to the other eye. And so for this eye, I'm just going to be focusing on these 2 shades. It's like the greenish gray matte shade and then its corresponding shimmer. Okay, so to start, I'm just going to take that vintage taupe shade and blend it into my crease again. I'm going to be using the same brush, and I forgot to tell you, but it's the Morphe M505. So it's like this really fluffy brush. It's really perfect for like putting down that first transition shade because it just like blends it out effortlessly all over your crease. Also, these shadows, as you can see, they don't have a lot of like pickup or like kickback, which is good. It's like not too powdery, but it still blends on the eye really nice. So the transition's done. Now I'm gonna go in with this middle shade. It's called 60s. So it's like this, they describe it as a greenish gray matte shade. So I'm just gonna take this green shade. Again, it doesn't have a lot of kickback. Actually, this one is definitely a little more powdery. You can see it in the pan than this one, but that's okay. As long as it blends, I don't really care. I'm just gonna place it in my outer V and then start to blend up from there. Okay, so the pigment's there. As soon as you lay it down, it's definitely there. Dang, that is a pretty shade. And it's like not as scary as it looks in the pan. You wanna deposit most of the color on the outer V and then blend upward and then blend in. So like the inner half of your eye doesn't get too dark and it's not like too patchy. It looks like an effortless blend. So all of that depth and dimension that I was missing in this eye just from using that vintage taupe shade, this eye definitely makes up for it, which I understand like the reason for having like a lighter transition shade like this and having a deeper shade like this. I was just pointing out if you wanted to do just a pink look, you're probably not going to get a lot of dimension in your eye, but if you are trying to mix the shades together, you definitely can build it up and get it deeper. So if you are deeper than me, this shade is definitely a winner. You definitely can build this shade up. It is getting significantly darker every time I go in with a new layer of product, but this is what I'm going to leave it at. I think it blended out so nice. It's so effortless. Doesn't look patchy. It is a deep shade and it's like a gray shade, so I feel like those are a little harder to work with than like a brown, but it's amazing. I mean, this is what you're paying for. I mean, this palette is so small. You can see how small the pans are, and this is $25, and so you might be hesitant to like pay $25 for, you know, so little product, but this is what you're paying for. The quality is superb. I'm so excited to go in with the star of the show. Honestly, I mean, I was really excited about Galaxia, but this is what really drew me into this palette to even like buy it in the first place, and it's called Industrial. It's a beautiful shimmer, like green taupe shade. I'm so excited for this. So again, I'm just gonna take it on my finger and just pack it all over my lid. This is what it looks like. Oh my god, so pretty. It's so reflective. It's so metallic. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that. NATASHA DENONA, you are a queen. Lastly, to finish up this eye, I'm actually going to take a small brush like this. It's like a packing brush. And I'm going to go back into Galaxia and put that in my inner corner. I wasn't that impressed with Pixie in the inner corner, so I'm going to see if this one looks better. Okay, so it's definitely there. You can see it. But I just feel like these aren't working that well with a brush. So maybe let's try my pinky again. I mean, the color payoff is just instantly better on your finger. It's definitely way more intense with your finger. Okay, so I'm quickly gonna finish up both eyes. So for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna go in with that vintage taupe shade on this one for the pinkier one, and then on this side, I'm gonna go in with that 60 shade and just put it all over my lower lash line. Okay guys, I'm back with my eyes done. So I know I look a little crazy, but like let me explain what I did. So on this eye, I tried to keep it really like simple and like, you know, daytime friendly, work friendly, and I just did mascara on my top line. I put a nude liner in my waterline, and I just wanted to keep it really like girly, easy, simple. If you're just trying to do like a really simple look to get out the door, you could definitely just go in with this pink shade all over your crease and then this shade all over your lid and keep it really simple and, you know, not too dramatic. But if you are trying to go more dramatic, more nighttime, more date night, more like sexy, sultry vibes, you can definitely do this eye. So for this eye, I did put eyeliner, black eyeliner on both my top and my waterline. I went more dramatic with the mascara. So I think it's really versatile. I mean, for being this small and for only having 5 shades, you definitely can get super different looks. You can go for different vibes. If you want this palette and you like the looks that came out with it, I highly recommend picking it up from Sephora. And they are doing free shipping right now. So if you just type free ship with your purchase, even though this is only $25, you will get free shipping. And so I really recommend this palette. I had so much fun creating looks with it, and I'm so excited to use this for the rest of spring and all of summer, hopefully with more looks getting out of the house and not just having to sit at home with this makeup. But I am really excited that I bought this, and I have no regrets. Okay, so here are all 5 of the shades on my finger. And let me show you the swatches really quick. So I'm just gonna do them down my wrist. So the shimmers I only swatched once, and then the 2 matte shades I did build up twice with like a second layer just because I wanted for you to see the real pigmentation of them. Pixie shade definitely looks way better like swatched and it's on my eye. So I am gonna try to play around with that shade because that one was like kind of the letdown for me. So here's the close-up of the swatches on my arm. These shimmers have so much reflectiveness in them, but as you can see, Galaxia and Industrial, they really just shine. There's so much reflect in them. They're so sparkly. They look beautiful on the eye. They're beautiful swatch. So that was my review of the NATASHA DENONA Mini Retro Palette. I think this palette is stunning. It's so worth the $25. I think it really adds to my collection. It's really unique, actually. And the shade curation in here is just really original. Like, I wouldn't have thought to pair these kind of like lighter, pinkier, peachy shades with these darker, like grungier gray shades. So I had a lot of fun coming up with these 2 eye looks. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.